Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for a quick video on a Monday night, Memorial Day Monday. We are getting ready to do another PCGS submission, but over the last couple of weekends, we've made a couple of large collection purchases. We did the album collection a couple weeks ago. Didn't get a whole lot of views on that one. The Standing Liberty Quarters. The vast majority of those are at PCGS right now. There were Shield Nickels. About half of that album is also at PCGS right now, along with a handful of Buffalo Nickels and some other odds and ends. This past weekend, a couple days ago, Saturday, a separate collection purchase from another suburb west of Boston, from another gentleman who I've bought some gold from in the past. He was very passionately collecting back in the 70s and 80s up until about the early 90s. He got serious in his career and family, put collecting to the side, and the coins went on a shelf and have sat there for the last 20 or 25 years, maybe longer. We had a nice conversation. We know he dealt a lot with JJT Party and some of the other coin shops downtown Boston back in the day. He went to some of the Skinners or Bowers auctions that were held live as well, and Q. David Bowers from New Hampshire, local guy, JJT Party. Liz Coggin, shout out to Liz Coggin. Gail Watson from JJT Party, did a lot of business with them. Before that, they went separate ways. Anyway, this guy also sent a lot of his own material in, and back when these holders were brand new. So we were excited to get the opportunity to pick up some of this, I like to call fresh material, anything that's at least a generation since it's been on the market. And I think this pretty much qualifies for that. Always popular, the 1921 piece dollar, even more popular when it's in a Rattler. Seems to be accurately graded. There's a little milk spot there above In God We Trust that is probably what limited the grade, unless that developed later on. Another small one above the trust, but those look worse on the camera than they do in hand. The camera definitely tends to magnify the flaws, good and bad, I suppose. This 89.0 was the first coin I saw when we sat down. We talked for an hour and a half before we even looked at coins. And this one caught my eye right away because it looks like a 65 to me. It's pretty flawless, pretty spotless, really great luster. I would say it's fully struck, but the 89.0 is one of the weakest struck in the entire series. Pretty darn close. Probably not going to be cracking it out anytime soon, but I was excited to be able to pick this one up. He had a lot of raw coins as well. As you can see, this is getting ready to go in. This is a 64S seated Liberty half dollar. It looks brown, but it's really more like copper with some rose and purple hues. Gold. Great luster. AU all day. No hairlines. Nothing to fear. I don't fear the artificial color, and I don't believe it's been cleaned in any shape, way, or form. But bigger surprises have happened. So we're sending that in. Some of the other coins, he had a lot of NGC. He sent to NGC. We have a box he got back in 1992 from NGC, a registered package. This 1909 cherry red 65. Not the rarest coin in the world, but quite nice. And he had a couple others. This 1925 MS64. Really pretty coin. Inexpensive, less than $100. Lighting's bad again, I know, I'm sorry. I'm in a hurry tonight. Key date 31S. Just gonna have to trust me when I tell you that the coins are better than this lighting is making them out. I'm gonna move that light in a second. after this coin. We'll pause the video for a minute. We'll do that right now. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Hopefully the lighting's a little better now. Still not ideal, but it is a little better. If we get these out of the periphery of the lens. Let's see. We have this wonderful Type 1 1913 nickel. I don't know if the toning is going to show up on here, but you can see that purplish gold and ice blue down at the bottom around the date. A little bit of color down there, some splashes of red. And on the back, even more. Magnificent luster. Wonderful color. Another coin not super expensive, maybe a couple $100. And this one is going to be up on eBay tonight. Wonderful luster. Certainly deserving of the 66 grade that PCGS proclaimed it to be. 1831 half dime and an NGC AU58 holder. Very lustrous. Lovely piece. We have a 1842 half dime and an older NGC slab. Creamy white, silver white. Excellent definition on the stars. There's another box. Might have to, this was actually picked up at the Centennial auction. Thought it might be worthy of giving it a quick look to everybody. A nice 66 plus with a CAC. I don't send a CAC myself, but this one was sent in by previous owner. Lovely San Diego. And this was in the same auction. Beautiful coin. Really not a mark on it. Never was big into the commemoratives, but I will say that I've gotten into them a little bit lately. And on the heels of the Standing Liberty quarters we sent in, this is a good one to hold on to compare when some of those other ones come back. What a wonderful coin. No full head here, not really sure exactly. I mean, I know what the characteristics are, but I can see why this one is lacking. There is a little bit missing detail, the eye. But creamy white luster. Just a lovely, lovely coin. Seated Liberty quarter in AU58, 1860. Another lovely example. A 1905 S Barber dime. AU58, pre-Everyman Registry set. He had a lot of them. He sent a lot of these coins in himself. Be interesting to know if he bought these as mint state coins. A lot of raw coins he had did have AU55 and 58 on the flip, and some MS as well. So if he bought from JJ Tea Party and other reputable sources, it's safe to say that they were accurately graded. They've always been nice rainbow toning, and I hesitate to use that term unless it's applicable, but we do see red, orange, yellow. Roy, G for green, followed by blue, indigo, and violet, right in that order, around 12 o'clock. From the top down to the end in 1 dime. Beautiful color. This one's actually going on eBay tonight as well. We have everybody's favorite cat bust half. Haven't diagnosed the Overton variety yet. Square base too, obviously. Wonderful luster on this one. Looks like it could 58 just as easily. It looks like a textbook 58 to my eye. Virtually no wear. And just superb eye appeal. Look at those stars. Well defined, the hair curls. Superb. We have this copper nickel 1864 Indian cent that came from his set, from his collection going in. I have this at an MS63. We shall see. We have this Indian head cent with wonderful toning. I have this as a red-brown 64. Beautiful toning. There's a bunch of Morgans going in. There's a 1909S Lincoln cent going in. There's a nice 1865 Fancy 5, 2 cent piece going in. A 31S nickel. Some 1921D Mercury dimes. A bunch of Morgan dollars. And last but not least, we are sending in a lot of those 1949 mint set coins. So I just wanted to reposition the camera a little bit. Either love them or you hate them. I just love the originality. These sat in those coin boards for decades, and they've been gnawing at the back of my mind as to whether or not I should send these in, break up the set and get them graded. Feels like blasphemy to me. But here we are. A couple of these probably aren't warranted, like this particular 49S. The first one was pretty nice and had a good shot at full bell lines and a 65. This one won't get the full bell lines, and I'm not sure it'll even get a 65. It's going to be close. There's some marks on the cheek that might not show too well through the toning on the camera here, but they're pretty small. I'll probably give it a bump up for the originality they usually do. And then we have the 1949. I think this is the 49P. I think. Yep. And then the second one, which I think is just stunning. Toning down around the rim at the top and down the bottom is just, I don't know, I find it very pleasing. Again, not for everybody. So, looks like full bell lines, pretty solid, don't see any bag marks. A 66 full bell lines, couple $100 on the 49P. Not out of the realm of possibility. And then the 49Ds. This one doesn't really look like it has the toning that the others. Some of the boards a little less sulfur than the others. Full bell lines, probably a 65. This one did get a little more toned, but has a little more bagginess to it. Again, hard to see it under the toning, but there's a little mark above the 49 and a few other small ones. I believe no bell lines. I think it was one on each. Yeah, a little bit of interruption. I don't see that one getting it. And then we have a couple quarters. There's no 49S quarters. And we're contemplating sending in a 1954 mint set. We haven't opened it up yet, so we won't be looking at that at this particular moment in time. Really nice color. Those here 49p and last 49p. And we have an assortment of dimes. Hard to see, especially when I hold them like this. That's why I was leaving them down. It might be easier just to... This middle left one is pretty cool. Let's see. I'll do something here. That's the oven. Dinner will be served momentarily. Chicken kebabs, potatoes, and carrots and molasses with some corn on the cob if anybody's hungry. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, the camera's not picking up the dimes very well. This one has really nice color, but I'm sure it won't show. Great luster. Full bands on probably 3 or 4 of them. Certainly not a cost-effective move submitting dimes, but we're going to do it anyway. So that is going to wrap it up for the moment. He did have this wonderful proof set. 54 with, don't know how this $50 got as toned as it did, but really hard to tell what it will look like until you come through the till you take it out. And I hate to break the staple open, just like I hate to break the mint sets up, and I'm sure I probably will sooner or later. But anyway, the jury's out on what we're doing with this. Probably leaving it as it is for now. And there were other slab coins and other coins that came with that collection, some 1928 peace dollars and some other things. So we'll be sending these in, and we'll stay tuned for the results on the last submission, which were mostly the Standing Liberty quarters, but a lot of other coins as well. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them. Like, comment, subscribe. SamsCoinsandHeavyMetal.com is undergoing a makeover and will be hopefully ready to go in the next week or two. So if you've been on the website, it's kind of down right now, but it's up. You can get on, but the website itself is under construction, getting professional renovation. Send us an email, samscoinsandheavymetal@gmail.com. Find us on eBay under the same name, or on USA Coinbook under Jimmy Page is Great. Hope you all had a wonderful long weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one.